Fight wore on, did you feel yourself getting the advantage? You were landing more blows, you were getting the jab through.
I felt when I was using my jab, everything flowed better. When I didn't use it, I allowed him to close the gap and throw his punches. So I mean, when you listen to the instruction and follow it, everything went well.
And what's next? Who's next?
What's next is that we need a break, a good break.
Yes.
What's next?
Yeah.
I don't know what's next.
What's next?
A defence in New
Kevin,
Zealand.
what's
A defence in New
Tell you
Zealand.
what, we write up all the options on the whiteboard. Option 1, London. Option 2, Dunedin, Vegas, and then you pros and cons. Everyone says, oh, it won't be defended in New Zealand. Well, think about it. You fight in Dunedin, indoor, 35,000, 11 p.m. In London, it's 11 a.m. Perfect pay-per-view time. So we will write up all the options, assess them, discuss them with Kevin and Joe, and then we'll make a decision.
Kevin, you promised your late father a World Heavyweight Championship title. You have delivered.
Well, he'll be happy, won't he? He'll be looking down tonight. I think he'd be pretty proud.
What does this mean to you, Kevin?
Oh, it's really special. Like, it's the most special moment in my boxing career. Being there with Tour in 2000 was good because it was the first time, and I won it with Shumenov. But to be here in New Zealand with Joe, somebody who I have so much respect for, somebody who I love so much, and for him to pull off, and create history here in New Zealand, and for me to be part of it, is something very, very special.
How did you see the fight go, Kev? How did you see it go through?
It's exactly how I thought the fight would go, and if people were listening to me when I was talking about it over the last 2 weeks, they would have known that. I told everybody this was a tougher fight than Taka. Andy Ruiz is a very skillful guy, and you saw Joe landed flush punches on his chin, and Andy comes straight back immediately with 3 or 4 of his own. The guy is, and he worked that jab to the body very, very well, and it's something that we did a lot of work on, but Andy was still able to land it. He's a skillful guy.
Did you have worries over the first half of the fight? It was getting
I knew that the longer the fight went, the better it would be for Joe, and I knew Andy would have some moments in the early parts of the fight, and he did. But once Joe started to control the distance from the outside and work off the double jab, we were just piling the points on, and we're keeping Andy off balance.
Was that the best performance of Joe's career?
What was going through your mind after you heard the first judge?
Well, I was hoping that the rest were in the draw.
Joe interviewed your brother a little while ago, and he shared a story that as kids, that if you won a world title, you would buy them a car.
I think I have to deliver the promise.
Johnny gets a new car.
I look for a very good one, but not too expensive. I might crash it.
When are you going to take the belt back to Samoa?
Bellows, of course, this belt's going to go around New Zealand. Everyone wants to see it, and it's going to go to Samoa. I think both countries deserve to see this belt and this victory, and we couldn't have done it without both countries.
Joe, what's your prevailing emotions? Relief, ecstasy, satisfaction?
Happiness, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future holds. I'm excited for this win. I'm excited to keep working with Kev and delivering more wins, more knockouts, or more good wins, and dominating the world.
How will you celebrate
in the UK and US?
Well, look, obviously they'll be impressed that Joe's now the WBO world champion. I need to sit down and watch the fight. The people that I spoke to leaving the ring said it was a very exciting fight for the fans. The Colonel Bob Sheridan said to me he thought it was the most exciting heavyweight fight he's seen in a long time. So, if that is the case, then it will make a big statement over there.
Was it the performance you were looking for, Kevin?
Obviously I always like the fights to be easier. It was a tough fight, but we were fighting for the world title, and Joe knew there were going to be times in this fight that he was going to be under a bit of pressure, and Andy put pressure on him several times, and Joe come back and put pressure on Andy. So we knew it was going to be that sort of fight. We talked about it and we discussed it.
Kevin, what was the plan from the first 3 rounds?
Tonight.
The belt's everyone's gonna take photos of the belt. Thanks to my coach for not drinking for the whole camp. This is the longest he hasn't been.
8 weeks.
8 weeks
God.
without a beer. I think he deserves a beer. And just one thing, I just want to say happy birthday to my brother John from Sangha, who's here. It's his birthday tonight, so got that one for him as well.
What a birthday present.
Birthday present.
All right, we're going to end it there, guys. Now, what's